What is up, Buttercups? Coach Q here, and I am here today as part of this month's TikTok Homeschool Conference. And the topic we're covering this month is homeschooling your high schooler. Before I tell you about what I have to talk about today, I want to give you a little bit of background about myself in case you do not know who I am. Now, back in 2003, as I was earning my master's degree in education from Ohio State, we decided to homeschool our then 8-year-old daughter. Well, when we were homeschooling, I then started teaching PE classes in Central Ohio to friends, kids, different homeschool friends that we knew, and then it just kind of grew over the years. So by the time my daughter went back to school as a high school freshman, so unfortunately we did not get to homeschool through high school, I had established the business. I had different locations. I was teaching a couple hundred kids a week in Central Ohio here. And so I just stayed with the homeschool gym. And one of the things that afforded me is the freedom to teach how I wanted to. Now, I don't have to stick with the educational standards. Occasionally I do, but the freedom to teach about the joy of movement and physical activity rather than just what kids need to know about it was important to me. So I think over the past 2+ decades, I've influenced a lot of young people just to love moving their bodies. And I think that's more important sometimes than knowing exactly why you're moving your body. So here we are today talking about including and making sure that you include regular physical activity into your adolescence week because of its effect on academic performance. Now, we all know a little bit about the research of physical activity and how it relates to and improves academic performance. There are a lot of different opinions as to what those mechanisms are, whether it's the reduction in fat overall in a person's body that helps reduce inflammation and then helps the brain work properly, whether it's the endorphins and different chemicals that are released through exercise, whether it's just burning off excess energy to enable focus. In fact, it's probably a combination of all of those things, which means that it is just important that your young person moves their body regularly. Now, according to the research, it is recommended that young people get at least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day. Now, that doesn't all have to be all at once, which is great for homeschoolers who are quite busy doing different co-op classes and whatever, that you can do 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, as long as it all adds up and it's moderate to vigorous. Now, what is moderate intensity exercise? Basically, what it comes down to is moderate intensity physical activity is anything gets your heart rate up and going, but you're still able to carry on a conversation. So things like riding a bike, a brisk walk, I don't know, swimming, although you wouldn't be talking during swimming, but you can still carry on a conversation. So you're working hard, but it's not like intense marathon, I can't talk, I can't, that kind of thing. So they call that the talk test. So if you can get your heart rate going, your breath is going, but you can still talk, that's good. That's moderate intensity. And vigorous would be something where you can't do that, where you're running, you're riding your bike like crazy, things like that. So a mixture of moderate to vigorous. And like I said, 60 minutes at least throughout the day. I think of particular importance to me is taking a balanced and varied approach to adding physical activity to your young person's daily routine. And by that, I mean the variety. So for example, the Homeschool Gym Online that I've just created this past year, I've got videos on martial arts inspired workouts. So a lot of different movement styles within that particular series, big series on cardiovascular health, muscular strength, flexibility, balance. So covering a wide variety of health and fitness topics as well as a variety of movement styles, I think is really helpful, not only to keep your kid active, but to keep them interested and finding what works for them as far as what they're comfortable with doing. Now, how does this relate to academic performance, again, with increased plasticity, decision making, executive function, taking a brain break to burn off some energy. All of that just enhances your child's academic performance. So in a nutshell, here's what you need to know. At least 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day. A variety of movement styles and health aspects. It does not have to be all at once. Now, no matter how you get it, whether it's through the homeschool gym online or you have your young person involved in sports, classes at the rec center, whatever. The point is, get that physical activity in there. Now, if you are interested in joining the homeschool gym online, I have for this TikTok homeschool conference a special code. Now I'm going to read it right here. My code, TTHC26. That's TikTok Homeschool Conference 26. TTHC26. Now, normally, a year-long subscription is $120. That code will get you 20% off, or just over 20% off, actually, it works out to. Normally $120 for $95. So let's say, for example, you sign up mid-August. That subscription will take you through the whole year till next August. You will not only have access to the homeschool or the high school curriculum, there is a middle school and elementary sets of videos in there as well. Now, I have quite a bit up there at the moment, but I'm adding new content all of the time. I hope you're getting a lot out of this TikTok homeschool conference. There's a lot of great information. Erica, thanks as always for putting this together. She is awesome. Watch all the videos you can. I'm going to get out of here. I got to do another video on keeping your kid accountable, maybe setting up a workout plan. So check out that video later as well. Laters.